Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. And if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. I have a very special guest here today. Patrick, thank you so much for coming on to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
I would like to start by give the audience a little bit of background about who you are and why we're here today and having this particular discussion.
Yeah, sure. So I'm the CEO of Reaper Financial, and Reaper Financial is a blockchain financial firm that has a suite of services to include Reaper Coin, Ascension, and soon Arc. We actually filed a Amicus brief in support of Ripple in SEC versus Ripple Labs case, and that was what prompted this meeting.
Yeah, and I was reached out to by Ian, and tell me how does it work, for an organization, to file their own amicus brief in support of a company like Ripple in a case which is so, it's a billion dollar case. So what does that process look like?
So the process is definitely a little bit harrowing. So, between the lawyers and whatnot, we had to get our attorney, Fred Spooley, who's chief legal counsel for Reaper Financial, to basically get certified for the Southern District of New York to be able to practice law in that district out of his own licensure. And we had to communicate with some attorneys in that area as well to basically get this moved along. The building process of our response took probably about 3 months overall, and we had anticipated responding very early on in the case.
Yeah, yeah. Were you concerned? Were you concerned about your company and your own personal reputation in approaching it this way, and going with Ripple in this particular case?
So not at all. I saw it as more of a situation where we had nothing to lose and everything to gain. So if Ripple loses this case, then effectively all of cryptocurrency loses this case. And so it was in our best interests and in the interest of all blockchain companies and cryptocurrency investors or enthusiasts to support Ripple Labs, and really just the definition of a security and the definition of XRP on the secondary market as a security is something that would be extremely prohibitive, especially for American businesses using blockchain.
Yeah, yeah. I often discuss it on the channel that I have comments that come through, and they're like, "Oh, I hope Ripple lose," and even on TikTok, a lot of hate for Ripple and XRP simply because they don't understand it. But I always say, careful what you wish for, because I win for the SEC. It would be catastrophic for crypto in the United States. I believe Ripple would still survive, thrive, adapt, to pivot, and move head offices away from America. But yeah, no, I don't believe anybody that wants crypto to thrive wants an SEC case to go towards them. What are your thoughts around the length of time that it's taken? Did you believe that this case would be over by now, or based on your knowledge, you thought that it would take roughly this amount of time?
Well, I think like most people, I had optimistic desires with the case that it might finish sooner. But at the same time, I've worked in government for many years also, and I know the speed of government is somewhere between molasses and
Yeah.
a still pond. So it doesn't surprise me it's taken this long. Currently, I'm expecting a ruling from the judge between March to June. And if that ruling is in favor of the SEC, then I do suspect we'll go to appeals, and appeals could take another 2 to 3 years.
Ouch. Ouch. It's
Ouch.
as you know, it's 8 a.m. at the moment, and that is one way to ruin my day. Like to think that
Oh,
there could be
sorry.
the possibility that there
The
could be the
good news
possibility.
is you have time to accumulate.
That is very true. That is very true. Which it is something that I do mention as well. We've had an amazing opportunity to accumulate more, to have this opportunity to own this what I believe will be a very important element of the new banking and financial system. So first of all, look, I'd like to congratulate you guys on taking on and the role of filing your own amicus brief and going through all those hurdles that would not have been an easy or cheap task to do it. But I believe like if we don't stand for something, then we're gonna fall for anything. And this for me has always been about the principle of the matter. And the principle of the matter to me is that what has been done and what has been filed against Ripple is wrong, and something needs to be done about it. But tell me more about your organization and what the two companies that you're building.
Yep. So for Reaper Financial, basically what we started with was Reaper token, which was issued 100 million tokens initially in a free airdrop, no pre-sales, no IPOs, anything like that. And it's actually our 1 year anniversary today from our announcement of the company launching. So we're
Congratulations.
1 year old today. Thank you. So what we did was we inflate our supply by 1 million tokens per month, and we sell that supply onto market. With that increase in supply, we use the funds generated to go out and purchase and destroy other cryptocurrencies as voted on by the holders of RPR token. So what that effectively does is it lowers their supply, increases demand, and it helps to create a new equilibrium, a better value for those tokens over time. And then we also pay a passive income in XRP, and we are building a permanent drip fund that basically generates interest, and the interest from that fund is sent to our holders. What we're working on currently and will be releasing within a month or two for the beta for Reaper will be the debt reaping. So that's kind of the big tamale, and it's going to open a lot of doors about what cryptocurrency in general and Web3 can really do. Because essentially you'll be able to log in through our website to your bank account, and it will pull in your liabilities, your mortgage, your student loans, anything that's a debt, and you'll be able to vote against your personal debts, and we will be making ACH payments towards those debts on your behalf simply for holding Reaper token. So this will basically restructure the debtor economy, and it's something that we have some legal plans for in the future as far as how we can get debt reaping recognized as a right under the 13th Amendment, as well as how we can use it in a position to replace Social Security and welfare.
Wow, that is massive. That's a big task, and a very very clever way of utilizing this this new technology that we have available with blockchain. And so are both built utilizing the XRP blockchain, or do you have different blockchain elements that you're using?
So all of our tokens are built on the XRP ledger, which is the RPR Ascension and soon ARC, which launches at the end of the month. So we built on the XRP ledger largely because of our voting tool, and our voting tool is actually a transaction on the XRP ledger. So it's a working blockchain voting mechanism in which it's
Yeah.
recorded on the XRP ledger, and for less than a penny worth of XRP, I think it's 0.000012 per vote, just to send a memorandum that records that vote. If we did that on Bitcoin or Ethereum, both speed and cost of transaction would be extremely prohibitive, and we wouldn't be able to operate in the manner we do. However, we are able to burn other cryptocurrencies on other blockchains. So we have been burning XDC as well as ERC20 tokens.
Fantastic. That is really, really cool. And for those listening, I will add the correct URLs that you can go and check it out on in the description as well. So if you guys want to see it, want to know more about it, do they to for people for the Serpents to stay up to date with what you guys are up to? Do you recommend like for them to follow like your Twitter accounts or Telegram, or what would be the best way for them to go about it?
So Twitter and Telegram are our best avenues for staying in touch. However, we also have Discord with a Twitter Discord or a Telegram Discord bridge. So everything you see in Telegram will also be in our Discord. We also have a Facebook and just launched an Instagram, as well as a Reddit, and pretty much every medium you can think of, we're on there.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Well, thank you so much, and also to our listeners for now ever since FTX happened, like in the name of transparency, we do also want to let you guys know that this interview today is not paid. This is not a sponsored ad. This is not in any stretch of the imagination. Did Patrick say, "Hey, I'll give you money if I can go on your show"? There's nothing like that. It was just an organization that has stood by what I believe is the right thing for blockchain, and so I wanted to have Patrick on the channel today to hear from him, and what it's like to file an amicus brief in a case like this. So I do really appreciate your afternoon over there. Patrick, any last last thoughts that the followers of the Serpent channel should know about what you guys are up to?
So there's one other thing I want to talk about, which is the Block Oversight Committee. So Block is the Blockchain Leadership Oversight Council, actually. And it's something that we've been working on for about 10 months. We launched on December 3rd. And basically what we've done is we've authored a constitution of rights, rights that are recognized by blockchain companies as being owed to the consumer. And effectively what this is it's a decentralized regulatory committee that is going to give you a standard by which you can measure other blockchain companies, and we're going to hold all members to that standard. So because the SEC and because regulation is not out there and it's failing us, it failed us with FTX, it failed us with LoonC, what we've built is basically a standard that none of the current rug pulls that we've seen in the market would ever have passed.
Brilliant. Brilliant. You have a website for that so far? Like, that's been created?
Yeah, so that is block.foundation, BLOC .foundation.
Brilliant. Brilliant. I'll add it in the descriptions as well. Well, Patrick, thank you so much. It's been a huge pleasure to have you on the channel. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the day where we send each other an email saying really happy that it's a settlement or a win for Ripple.
Can't wait, and hopefully it's not 2 years out.
And no, please, not 2 years out. For those of you following the channel, if you did learn something new today, then don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.